Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Batlantic Studios. Thought I'd do a quick back to the drawing board, talk about comic book shorts on my drawing table, and work on this hit and run sketch cover. That's right, hit and run, my smash hit creator-owned comic book series, available right now, batlanticstore.com, Batlantic Studios, Dylan Andrews Art, make comics cool, and check out my affiliate links. We got a bunch of great stuff in my affiliate links. We got erasers, KUM Ultra Keen are great. These Vanish erasers, also great. They smell funny, but they'll take up they rip everything up, but they're great. A lot of debris with these, less debris with these, so you get a little variety. What else is awesome that I use? These micron PN pens, and these tombow brush pens, and this Pentel brush pen. These are all going to be available in the links in the description for my affiliate links, so check those out. And while you're there, grab some Pacific Arc. The nice people at Pacific Arc were kind enough. I love this green one. This is my go-to. H1305. So if you're looking for a great clutch pencil, gravity fed Pacific Arc H1305. I put this grip on there because I got big hands, but I really like these quite a bit. You can tell what kind of graphite's in it because you spin this. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know what graphite I put in there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Check out the affiliate links. So, hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody's living their best life. Hope everybody's having fun, making comics, reading comics. What's some new stuff I've been reading? Absolute Universe by DC I really like. Batman and Robin I'm into, I really like. Omnibuses, a lot of older stuff. New Frontier, Darwin Cook's New Frontier. That is, I'm gonna reread that. I got it sitting right there, just so you know, right off camera. Love Darwin Cook's stuff. One of those guys just gone too soon. Just such a super talent, and yeah, his work just really has been inspiring me lately, especially with my Nuke Force stuff. Working on that, trying to do a little cleaner, cartoony-ish sort of style. I definitely deviated away from it a little bit for this sketch cover. This feels a little bit more like my grungier outlaw black and white vigilante stuff I've been doing, but I love Darwin Cook stuff. He was such a great talent, such a great artist. Too many artists, comic book creators, gone too soon. I don't know. I mean, just one of those things where it's like there was a while there where it felt like every week they're like, oh, there goes so-and-so, and you're like, another one? Really? There've been a few that really bummed me out. Darwin Cook was definitely one of them. Neil Adams, that was a bummer. He was, older. George Perez was older, which is a bummer. He had a lot of health issues. Norm Brayfogle really bummed me out. He was my artist for Batman. Tim Sale, that bummed me out. A lot of really just super talented. Joe Kubert. I mean, obviously he was very old, but knowing he had passed away was a bummer. So many talented creators that are just not with us anymore. So whatever you try to really appreciate and enjoy the artists when they're around, because people come and go. So yeah, this is about the point in the inks where I'm like, is this gonna go right? What else do I need to do to make this look cool? So that's where we are with this particular illustration. I always kind of hit that point where I'm like, all right, now we just noodle the heck out of it. Make it look cool. So let's add a bunch of noodly stuff. And then I'll probably throw some gray wash in here and some texture and whatever I can to just make it look awesome. So that's the phase this illustration is currently at, where I just really start going to town. I would love to be like Darwin Cook or John Romita Sr. Yeah, when John Romita passed away, that was a bummer, but he was obviously very old too. But I love looking at this sort of stuff, seeing this line work, everything inked with a brush. Love this. That sort of stuff. So good. I got a couple John Romita books just sitting right here just to glance over at whenever I'm wanting to be inspired. So I could stop here, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna noodle the heck out of this. And I'll add a bunch of gray wash. I don't even know if I have any gray wash. I'll see what I got. I know that these sketch covers tend to really suck up the water, but maybe this one will be cool. Well, let's find out. No idea how dark that is. Maybe I'll add some more water to it. I don't even know how much water's in there. All right, we'll see what that looks like. Maybe I'll just do the background on that. I could add a lot of black around here, a lot of black around there. That might look kind of cool. It might help the figures pop off a little bit. Yeah, why don't I do all that in black? All right, I've convinced myself. That's all going to be black. Oh, yeah, better already. That's the thing is when I'm working digitally, I know I got to, especially with the Nuke Force stuff, I'm going to be dropping in Zipatone and Moire patterns and CMYK, and there's going to be a bunch of color, and that color really helps to make everything feel solid, because even the line work here, it's a lot of brushy line work, but if you look at it just in black and white, which I don't have any examples, here, it's just got this Zipatone dot pattern and then thick lines and then high contrast. So the color really helps to solidify it on the page. And if I did all this in brush work, I guess I could draw all this in brush. Maybe I'll do that. Just try to ink everything straight brush. I don't know. I'm always a bit apprehensive to do that. I think it's just partially because I've been watching artists I love, like David Finch. And David Finch goes in with like a micron PN first. Throws it on the ground. No, he throws it on the ground. Goes in with like a micron PN first, and then we'll do thicker brush work over that. And you're like, well, why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you just go in straight brush? And it's like, well, because you could correct. It's harder to correct the lines of brush work. That is to correct the lines of a micron PN. It's a much smaller, detailed brush. So it's much easier to Uni-Posca white paint pen over it. And he'll do that quite a bit. Just go in and be like, yep, nope, gotta change all that. And it's almost indistinguishable. So if you go in with a brush, I do start with a lot of brush work, then it'd be tougher to do correction. But not impossible. Not impossible. I think this sketch cover is looking pretty cool. Hopefully the person likes it. They got it at batlanticstore.com. If you want one of these, let me know. Happy to mail one out to you. I'll give it this level of focus and energy, because it's nice to be able to shoot video and talk about the comic book industry and cartooning and artwork, teaching, drawing. Talk about comics all day. So thank you to everybody that supports my work and likes my work and checks out those affiliate links. I'm going to keep talking about that because I would love to have that be something that you take advantage of, because hopefully you're drawing along with me. I mean, that would be the reason I'm showing you all this, is so that more people make comics. Because let's talk about the comic book industry for a little bit. It's obviously going through some changes, some challenges. I don't think anybody would ignore that. I don't think Diamond going into bankruptcy is good news. I think that's terrible for small publishers, heck, for retailers, for readers, creators. I don't think anybody comes out ahead on that. So that's a bummer. And so you're like, well, what can I do? There's nothing I can do. And it's like, well, no, I can talk about comic books. I can motivate people to draw. That's how I started doing this, was I saw people that I loved drawing and talking about comic books and being passionate about creating and telling stories and making art. And I saw them do it, and I saw I could do that. I like doing that. And so that's how I started doing this, and as long as I'm still making comic books and trying to get other people excited about making comic books, then they'll get people excited about making comic books and creating comic books, and that's where the growth is. I think that's really what I can do. That's the only thing I can do, is just kind of keep being passionate and excited and trying to tell people about how passionate and excited I am to make comic books, and hopefully they get passionate and excited to make comic books. That's the plan. So yeah, make comic books and buy art supplies and use my affiliate link to buy them, and then we both get something. I get, I don't even know, a penny, 2 pennies, and you get some great art supplies. So, and we all win. Everybody wins. It's a win-win. So I'm gonna do, this is kind of my, I like the idea of using blasters. I'm not a big fan of guns, so I like the idea of the weapons being kind of these weird looking blasters. I always loved when Rob Liefeld would do just like these weird sort of blaster kind of guns that didn't feel very threatening to me. They always felt kind of cartoonish, and so that's the kind of stuff I draw. So if you're like, what is this gun? Be like, it's a blaster. A lot of my characters use blasters, because I'm not in here drawing like from, remember they used to have that Punisher armory where they show like all the different realistic guns. I'll be like, oh god. Be like, I don't need those. I just need blasters. Sci-fi, please. Sci-fi, please. Money, please. All right, so kind of go in here and keep working with these Tombow brush pens, available in the affiliate link, and Pentel brush pens, available in the affiliate link, and these hit and run sketch covers, available at battlelandstore.com. I'm going to throw in some gray wash. Where'd that gray wash go? It's over here. I don't know what that's going to look like. I should probably have a piece of like scrap paper nearby to dummy it out or try it on. Let's see if Shark Boy left me any. Oh yeah. All right, we use this piece of scratch paper here by my co-creator Shark Boy. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be great. Oh yeah, that's gonna be lovely. That's gonna be lovely. Alright, that's cool. That's dope. That's looking dope. Let's make all this, give this some nice blaster contrast. So how's everybody doing on whatever day this is, whatever week this is, whatever year this is, whatever decade this is? What are some other things I think are awesome? I'm looking around. Oh, the Eric Larson Savage Dragon. That reached a 275 issue milestone, which is pretty cool. Been a fan of that since it first came out. Eric Larson is my Spider-Man artist. And they did an omnibus of his run, which is my favorite Spider-Man stuff. Definitely check out that, which came out, which is great. So if you like Spider-Man, check out the McLeany and Eric Larson Spider-Man run. It's fantastic. I'm kind of excited for the new Spider-Man run. It's Pepe Larraz. That guy can draw like a son of a gun. So I don't know how that could be bad. I mean, even if you just look at the Pepe Larraz artwork, dude's a stud. Okay, great art. So I'm gonna buy that. I'm sure it's $100 an issue. That's the thing I like about old comics, is They might be inconsistent. They might be printed on lesser quality paper. They might be a little hard to read because of the, dot gain or newsprint that they're done on. But they're $1. You can get a lot of great books in the dollar bin. You can get 4 or 5 books in the dollar bin for what you pay for a modern comic, which, sure, nicer paper, sure, usually, but I don't know. I'm pretty psyched with old copies of Youngblood or Brigade. So sure, I'll look at an old copy of Brigade or Youngblood for $1. I can get 5 copies of Brigade or Youngblood for $5. That's a good deal, as opposed to something current where it's like, I gotta pay $5 for that. I don't know. And that's just what things cost. I know. I'm doing it. I print comics. I'd love to print them for, I'd love to have my books be 75 cents. Be awesome. Just printing and shipping is expensive. And if you want to eat, you gotta, eggs aren't cheap. So when my Kickstarter comes out, the books will be what they need to be in order to hit goal. But you can get sweet, sweet sketch covers like this. So if you're like, Professor Andrews, I love your work, but I can't afford a sketch cover. That's okay. The sketch covers are available. They're an option, but it's an upgrade. You can just get the standard comic, which is less expensive. But comic books are priced what they need to be priced in order to be able to continue making them. And that's just kind of how it is. But, there's some opportunities for digital. Like, I love the DC Universe. What's that? Infinite is their app. Yeah, it's great. Sign up for a year. Get a lot of books. It's like, sweet. I love it. So definitely, there's ways to get your stuff out there. But if you want printed comics, it just costs money. Another artist I really love, Anthony Marquez. Kubert School. Definitely check out his work. Really talented artist doing variant covers for Space Ghost. He did a really cool run on Batman. It was called I forget the name of it. The Radio Files or Radio Adventures, I think, something like that. Should have just been called Batman Adventures, but I don't know what the tie-in with the radio event. I don't know what that was, but the story was cool and the art's great. So I don't know what a Radio Adventures is referring to. I guess there was a radio adventure. I don't know anything about it, but definitely check that out too. That's in trade. It's got some great Dave Johnson covers. So the Dave Johnson covers are a little misleading though, because if this is one of those complaints I have with variant covers, where you're like, this is great, and then you open up and you're like, this is totally different. I love Dave Johnson, I love Anthony Marquez, but they could not draw more differently. So if you're like, oh, I'm here for the Dave Johnson cover artwork, what the hell is this? Much different interiors, but still great. I mean, they're both great. So if you like art, they're both awesome, but they are very different. But I think that was always been kind of my complaint. Is like, let the interior guy do a cover. At least give an idea what the flavor of the inside is going to be like, so people aren't shocked or disappointed. All right, still working on this hit and run sketch cover, making progress. Batlantic store, Batlantic Studios, Dylan Andrews Art, make comics cool. DylanDistraction.com. Grab a sketch cover at Batlantic Store. Use my affiliate links. My links are in the description. Buy some art supplies. Okay, thanks. Bye.